Do you think it's a good idea to give him a blowjob on a first date? I don't know if you're allowed to say blowjobs on YouTube, but I'm gonna say BJ. Look, I wanna make sure that you have every right to own your body, to do whatever you want. It's 100% ownership is you. And obviously I got this request as a video. I'm making this video and it's pretty interesting stuff that what I have found through my research. I want to make sure that my channel is 100% judgment free, and the reason why I built this channel is number one, to educate you, to expand your free will, so that means you have a choice to do it or you don't have to do it, and you know what's the price tag for every action that you do, and give you hope to create lasting love when you most need it. So that's really my channel is all about. This is an opportunity to help you change course. If there's something that it's not working for you and you've been doing this for a while and you're getting the same result and the same lesson over and over and over again, here's an option to change course. But there is so much I can do on YouTube here. So just make sure if you're looking for a real king, there's always a link down below to book a time with me. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Sindy V King. I am a creator of Calling in My King. I help transform women to create lasting love through Vedic astrology, neuroscience, and transactional analysis so that she becomes the queen of love. So that's really all about me. And let's get back on the whole idea of giving him a BJ is a good idea or not on a first date. Well, we all can agree here as a woman that healthy men like vaginas. I don't even know if you're allowed to say those words, but it's a body part. So if they are flagging me over the word vagina, I don't know what else to say. The truth, he doesn't marry vaginas and BJs. Let's keep it real here. If he's a player and he wants to play, that's what he's gonna go for. He's just wanna play with your vajayjays and play with your mouth, and that's it. The deal is done. So there goes monogamy, there goes continuity, and there goes longevity. If that's all he really wants to play, and that's it. So I want you to give you the choice to either have the option to stay with him because he's a great guy and he thinks also you're a great woman and you guys have a great companionship. I think that's really key here. If he's true that he wants to play vajayjays and just having oral, then we can always buy him a silicone cup that's the shape of a vagina, and then it does sells in the sex store. If you want links on that information, I will link it down below. There is a promotion code for it, so you can purchase there and they can ship in Canada and United States. So I'm kind of helping you guys out there on that item. So there's always a pocket pussy that also you can give to him. But obviously you can give that to him on his birthday. Hopefully he's older and wiser and smarter and went through his Fisher King wound so that he graduate being a man. So sure, you are considered to be a high quality woman, and that's why you're here on this channel, to figure out like, okay, I don't want to be with Mr. Peter Pan. I don't want to be raising men anymore, and maybe you do, and that's totally either fine. If you're a masculine woman, want to be with a feminine man, that you want that, so you're really sure about that. But if you're walking around unconsciously not knowing what the difference between a left-hand man and the right-hand man and any Dexter man, then we got a problem here. I don't believe in things that's given too quickly. It's going to be long lasting, and you may agree with this, you may not. Maybe free items are, do you think you kind of keep them and cherish those items for a very long time? Not necessarily, unless it's been gifted and it means significant between the relationships. I'm not saying here free things are cheap. I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say here, maybe invest time and get to know each other is more important to him. So the more he is invested into you, not money material wise, it's time. It's time, right? If you're on the 10th date, if you're on the 20th date, those are the things that matters to him. Most masculine men that I have found through my studies that they want to create a stable home, that he doesn't have to be competitive, and he knows your pattern in the sense that he's secure with you central and sexually. Okay, so the minute that you give him a BJ or having sex too soon, the minute you walk in that door, that when you guys are living together, you come home 2 minutes late, he's going to be wondering who's that guy is. And that's the honest truth. I have done divorces, and that's the common denominator that I have found based on the 7 years of my experience doing divorces and cheatings and stuff like that, and breaking up the finance. Don't be surprised that if you do come home late and 2 minutes or even 1 or even 30 seconds, he's going to be wondering who's that guy that you gave a BJ to. So that's the problem here that I have found. But let me ask you a quick question, and it is a very sincere question. How important to know a guy before giving him a BJ if he's a narcissistic, a sociopath, or a psychopath, or a Peter Pan, or a real man? How important that is to you than giving a sexual experience just for a one-time thing? If the answer is no, it doesn't matter if he's a sociopath or a psychopath or whatever, Peter Pan. If you say no to the answer of not being with a narcissistic, not being with a sociopath, not being with a psychopath, not wanting to be a Peter Pan, I guess you know where I stand about this issue, about getting to know the person if they are in this category before you fully invest your youth and beauty. I'm all about protecting the youth and beauty. Oral sex is still sex to these men, so if you want to reward those type of bad behavior, being with a narcissistic, sociopath, whatever, like bad behavior to these guys, that's your free will to do that, right? So I'm not here to judge on that part. But if you said yes to giving BJs to these narcissistic men, sociopath, and psychopath, and Peter Pan, well, links down below. You can always book a time with me, and we're going to map out exactly where your love life needs to be and where you want to go, because that needs to be really clear in order to either wanting to be with these guys and how to deal with them. And there's a manual of it, and I have books and resources that I can provide for you as well. And all seriousness, that's what it is out there. I want to let you know that the moment you let them in your body in any way, obviously if you're still on estrogen base, if you are on birth control, non-birth control, or like control hormones, there is a big factor in this, and it's going to feel like you're going to hit by drugs when you have sex with them, and that could be orally as well. This means that you're going to be hooked on him, and you don't even know why. You have this strong chemistry, and you're wondering why, and you can't unbond to this person unless you're abusing alcohol, or you're using mind alternative chemicals. Again, there's always links down below. You can book a call. Let's find out what's going on in your love life and why you're actually stuck in here. And I just see it time over and over again. Like, you're not alone in this. I see it happen, and maybe you didn't have the right information. Like I said, I'm taking all the shame away because might be not your fault that you didn't have this information. Let me be 100% clear. Fine, on the first date, maybe you're a little bit turned on and he's a little turned on. You can always give him a hand job. Honestly, I don't think he's gonna be, number one, bond with your hand. Number two, you can't bond through a hand job. You can't bond through a hand job. And obviously, it's so important here, if he want to be sexual with you, that's great. That's lovely that he's physically attracted to you, and he has every right to be attracted to you. But what's really important here, if you really want to be in a committed relationship, a monogamy, continuity, and longevity, and really want to fall in love with him, I think it's so important not to have premature monogamy. And that's just mean like invest into him before he's invested into you. He's based in testosterone, and testosterone can actually just cut off emotion and cut off feelings until he's much older. The worst thing, the most scenario giving him a hand job is maybe you're gonna have sore wrists or tendonitis, but I think it's disease free. And if you are precaution, you can wear medical gloves. That could be latex or non-latex, either or. And obviously the cleanup is a lot easier. It's on his side. So like I said, that's totally cool. I've been asked this question. I'm like, sure, hand jobs are cool. Honestly, if he's not satisfied with the whole idea about getting a hand job from you only because he's not ready to give you monogamy, continuity, and longevity, that's cool. That means he's not going to stick around, and maybe his intention was not even real to begin with, and you should be okay with that because number one, you know exactly what his intentions was. Number two, if he's going to ghost you, at least you know why he's going to ghost you. And number three, you already busted him, so technically, you know, you busted him from like lying to you about what his intention is to be with you. Hopefully I didn't trigger you in this video a bit and shaking your world a little bit, because this is real stuff that people deal with. I know that my students deal with, and it's a great question. They're like, this is stuff that you can't get through Vedic astrology or in psychology. And this is the how-to moment. Giving you the free will, the option, because a lot of people don't know what to do and where's the science that backs up on this stuff, right? So right now I'm teaching you how to tighten up your man funnel. Rule out those guys that no longer fit the profile of like a lasting love, because that's what you're really wanting to invest in, right? Is that right? Do you want to invest into like where your beauty and youth is really going towards to, like that's aiming to marriage, having a high quality relationship, and having a high quality man in general. I'm teaching you here about man funneling and obviously taking back your power and being fearless in love. This is how you take back your power. You don't feel pressure, you don't feel like obligated, and you feel definitely feminine, and you feel a lot healing. You have the how-to, and so you don't feel frustrated in any sort of scenario, especially when you are dating or getting to know them. So I really hope I have cleared this message out there. Let me know if you ever felt pressure giving guys a BJ and he kind of said, and you offer him a hand job, and then he kept wanting more from you, but you came back and said, hey, Sindy said I need to do monogamy, continuity, and longevity. So what's your thought on that? And you ask him that, right? And you get clear what he's doing. Let me know if you gave a guy a hand job or you gave him an oral sex and he kind of ghosted you. Let me hear what you guys are experiencing, because obviously I'm making these videos based on the common denominator, but I want to hear what your experience is as well. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Just remember, you're enough. Look, if you're serious about being fearless in love and ready to be treated like a queen, links is down below to book a time. I got over 100 videos on YouTube and I post new videos every week. So make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button. You get notified when new videos goes live. If your friend is actually stuck in love, share and like my video. I do take requests on topics and answer your burning question about your relationship. So just leave a comment down below. Otherwise, see you in the next video.